Well, good morning. Here it is. It's already Wednesday, almost. We're at the halfway point of the week. It's March 23rd, and time keeps rolling on faster and faster. And anyway, I think the weather's gonna get better. That's the way it is in Oklahoma. All you have to do is wait a day, and the weather's going to change. And it'll be what it will be, and that's okay. God made it, and He made it for us. And this morning, I wanna bring a devotion in the form of a question. Do you think you don't have a purpose in life? Psalm 139, I think is probably one of the most inspiring psalms in Scripture. It's always been one that I love to read, and I've read it, numerous times. We don't know when David wrote this stirring account of God's, indescribable, attributes. Some believe he wrote it as a shepherd, while he was, while the sheep were, while he was, herding the sheep and gazing at the stars and the enormity of the heavens. Some feel he wrote it when, he became king over Israel. And, but I think as a more experienced human being myself, it certainly feels like David had to have lived maybe a little more life in order to write, such a majestic dialogue with God. But I think the truth is we just don't know. In this amazing psalm, David, he made three observations about the greatness of God. Number one, God knows everything about us. Number two, God is everywhere we are. Number three, God ordains everything about you and me. One thing the psalmist, I think, clearly proclaims is that we are not accidents, and that there is a purpose for you and me. In verses 13 through 16 of Psalm 139, and I'm going to read out of the Message translation. It goes like this: You know me inside and out. You know every bone in my body. You know exactly how I was made bit by bit, how I was sculpted from nothing into something. Like an open book, you watched me grow from conception to birth. All the stages of my life were spread out before you. The days of my life all prepared before I'd even lived one day. You see, we are known by God. We are watched over by God. We are ordained by God. Listen, you are not an accident, nor am I. Neither one of us are accidents. You're here for a reason. Henry Nouwen, I think, frames it beautifully in the following. He said, we seldom realize fully that we are sent to fulfill God-given tasks. We act as if we were simply dropped down in creation and have to decide how to entertain ourselves until we die. But we were sent into the world by God, just as Jesus was. Once we start living our lives with that conviction, we will soon know what we were sent to do. Every day has the potential to do something or learn something, that will alter someone's life and even eternity. What an amazing thought, that God can use, someone like me for His purpose. And that just boggles my mind. I find that to be a remarkable example of His grace. But sometimes I forget that. Listen, I am known, cherished, and ordained by God for His purpose, and so are you. Every day matters and every moment matters. I'm not a person that likes to scare people, into bringing on salvation, but I think yesterday was a prime example. You may have heard about the 6 young ladies from the town of Tishomingo who died in a wreck yesterday. And of course, I don't know anything about those girls. But I know there's heartache today. There's heartache that began after that wreck, with 6 families, parents and grandparents, sisters and brothers, and, family members are hurting today. But we never know, when our time's going to come here on this earth, when our time's going to end. And so I pray that we would realize that every day is a gift from God that He gives us. And I pray that we would take advantage of that, and that we would live our lives as He would want us to live them. And so anyway, I hope that encourages you this morning. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Remember, Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.